Hey Ambrosia, welcome. How are you? How are you doing?
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Handler Walter verified. Activating cerebral coral control device. Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Time to get to work, 621. I'm powering down your entry capsule. On my signal. Now, activate the AC.
Do you know, Ambrosia, anything about Armored Core series?
Complete.
Your position is grid 135. Off target, but within permissible range. There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
Main system activating combat mode.
So, this is Armored Core. The our idea of the playthrough is just go through the story, dive into the lore of the game a little bit, and just overall play through the game casually. Nothing major. If you're new to Armored Core is an old series from the same developers from Software. The first game was developed in 1997, so it's a long-running series. There was a huge gap in terms of years between Armored Core 5 and 6, so this is the latest entry. And Armored Cores are these huge mechs. Sort of kind, if you have seen the Gundam, basically the same idea. Only the universe is different, and the motivations for armor core existence is different.
Clear out those guard mechs. Chance to test your AC.
Armored Core is a fast-paced action game, and we'll see how it goes. We're just gonna take it slowly.
If we get our hands on Rubicon's coral, we'll make a killing. Plenty for a merc with a fried brain like you to buy their life back. Enough chat, back to work. Scavenge the AC wrecks ahead and find a valid mercenary license. We're illegals here. You'll need ID to operate.
An AC? Where the hell did that come from? Location unknown. Shut it down.
Pilots from the Liberation Front. They'll get in the way of our work. Eliminate them. I'm picking up signals from AC Rex. Follow the markers.
Damn! That's the AC from the report! Find out who they're working for.
Looks like they've got shields. Good thing you've got a blade. Extract the pilot data. I'll analyze it from my end. This one's already expired. Keep looking. What?
We got something good!
That's the PCA's planetside force. Keep a low profile. We don't want them breathing down our necks. Analyzing. Corp license, easily traced.
So yeah, the story about or story revolves around mercenary 61, who is a augmented human of the 4th generation augments. That's why his call sign is C4. C4 being the 4th generations. And yeah, he is independent mercenary who works under the handler Walter, doing random jobs and uncovering the basically the plot of why he is on here on Rubicon. In the world of Armored Core, the corporations rule mostly the planets. So even in Armored Core 6, the corporations are the main power who employs the mercenaries.
It's still valid, but the pilot's rank is no good.
And
Use this.
the ACs, the Armored Cores, are these huge mechas that augmented humans usually pilot. So in order to successfully pilot an AC, you basically need to be somewhat augmented, but when you are augmented, you lose most of your humanity. So basically, you are just brain dead, and you're, like the Walter said in the beginning, your brain is fried, so you're just mindless puppet who just does what he's
Use that
told to
vertical
do.
catapult to get some altitude.
And currently we are going to get ourselves a license, so we could be operating
That's it.
on Rubicon
Try accessing the
as
rack.
a mercenary.
2 repair kits remaining.
And here we have our ID call sign.
Registration number RB23. Rank fits the bill. Call sign. What? Looks like they were on you after
And here we have already our tutorial boss of the first stage.
PCA. But it doesn't matter. Take it out now and they won't have enough to ID you.
AP at 50%. AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Got them now. They can kill 621. We got what we came for. Tie up the loose end, 621.
Right shoulder ammunition at 30%.
There we go.
Confirmed. Heavy combat helicopter is down. That's all for our work here today, 621. Here's the call sign from that license you picked up. Raven. That's your new name here on Rubicon.
Coral, a sublime substance. Discovered on Rubicon, a planet on the frontier of developed space. For a time, coral was a revolutionary energy resource and data conduit, poised to transform human society by leaps and bounds. They called it the Fires of Ibis, a storm of flame that tore through the stars, leaving lethal contamination in its wake. Coral, the kindling, was thought to have been utterly consumed, forever lost. However, on Rubicon, the embers continued to burn. Humanity would inevitably return to stoke the fire.
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA status. Restoring access privileges. This is Allmind, the mercenary support system. Welcome back, Raven.
Looks like you passed the authentication. Raven. That's who you are now, here on Rubicon. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
This notification follows restoral of access privileges. Allmind provides a combat training simulator to support its mercenaries. Your license was in a suspended state. Perhaps you may need a refresher. As an added incentive, completion of the exercises will be rewarded with AC parts. You stand to benefit regardless.
So yeah, that was our first mission. Basically, Armored Core always revolves around these huge mechs that you can design, like mix and match your own, make your own build. If you want, you can even make your own decal. So, for example, if you are good with designing, you could design your own. You could also paint it in any color you want. So, for example, we could paint it either the whole mech or just piece by piece. It doesn't matter to us. But yeah, there's plenty of customization in these games. Some games have more parts for the unit than others. Armored Core 6 unfortunately doesn't have that many parts for example, rather than Armored Core 1. Yeah, you could design your own decals if you want, or you could pick one pre-existing. You can assemble your own AC from different parts. Currently we don't have much, but as we progress through the game, we unlock more and more parts, and we also get paid in credits. One of the trademarks of the Armored Core game always has been that you get paid by doing jobs, but you also get penalized for example, if the mission says that you get paid for 50,000, it will subtract the costs of repairs and ammunition and stuff like that. So you need to take that into account when doing missions. You can also do a training missions, or you could assemble your own AC and take it for a spin. This is the practice. This is the practice ground where you can practice your new build, see how it works, what it does. From typical From Software design is that you take lots of damage. The game is challenging, so you have to evade. But the difference being that now that you are in huge fighting mech, you have these boosters that you use, you have energy to spend, you need to watch out for ammunition. You have few repair kits that you can use to repair your mech during mid-fight, but that also will be subtracted in your final payment. If you have different guns and parts, you can assemble them here immediately and try them out. Also, the good thing is that whenever you buy something, if you sell it, you can sell it back to the exact same cost for what you bought it. So, for example, let's say a gun cost 50,000. If you buy it for 50,000, you can sell it back for 50,000. So there's no... it's only beneficial to you to try out different weapons and parts, because you can sell them at the same price back for what you bought them. Doing these training missions is highly recommended, since the more you complete, you can even get free AC parts this way. So there's really no downside to this either. Even if you know how to play the game, you should still do this as for free AC parts. And that is our first training mission complete. And we get a new weapon for doing the training mission, which is courtesy of Balam, one of the 4 corporations on the Rubicon. Story of Rubicon, or rather our story, takes place 50 years after the event of Fire of Ibis, or Ibis. And we are uncovering later in the game what happened and why it happened. There's 3 different endings to this game, depending on who you side with in the end. You have basically three choices that you can make, and depending on who you side with in the end will determine the ending for you. But the story of Fires of Rubicon takes place 50 years after the Fires of Ibis, when the Rubicon was set on fire, when all the coral was burned and everything became ash and irradiated and contaminated. So it took 50 years for corporations to get here back, and now that they've been led by anonymous tip that the coral is still the coral has been found again, so now all the huge companies are racing to Rubicon to mine the coral. Coral is essentially a precious resource for humanity. They It can be a huge energy resource. The Rubiconians themselves even use the coral as a food source for themselves. So we're going to uncover what exactly happened and why. Typical from software design in Dark Souls game was always that there is a story and lore hidden in the items and logs and stuff like that, and that is no exception here. So to fully understand the story of Armored Core 6, we need to take a look at the data logs and all of the small stuff. Even the descriptions of weapons can give you some hints for what happened or who they are or what they did. So we got that new weapon from the training session that we just did. Called the Ludlow. The first one we had was a Turner. Now we have a Ludlow. So that's the first free weapon that you get for completing the first training mission. And now we can see how it works. So it's basically a submachine gun. We can even put on enemy here. And we can turn the AI either on or off, so will it react to us or not. So yeah, there's quite a lot to try and see what works best. But for now, we can go on and do another mission. We can also replay missions however many times we want. So this is a kind of a breaking point of the game. So if you basically want to farm as much money as you want, you can basically just replay missions over missions again and again and again, and you can have all the credits as much as you want.
Got a job for you, 621. This is an open call from the Balaam Group, one of the corporate forces occupying Rubicon.
Attention, all independent mercenaries! This request comes from our affiliate, Dafeng. The Rubicon Liberation Front has deployed Baus artillery throughout the contaminated city. The city itself has no strategic value, but we cannot allow them to hinder expansion of the Coral Survey. Show us your ambition. Destroy the Liberation Front's artillery. Bonus pay will be awarded for destroying their MTs. We want the enemy weakened. Consider it an opportunity to prove yourself. Impress us, mercenaries!
The client doesn't care who does this job. as it gets done.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy all of the Rubicon Liberation Front's artillery placements.
I've got a corporate merc! Onto us already. Sneaky bastard.
There, you're up against mass-produced MTs. Eliminate them as necessary.
Enemy attack! They're after the artillery! Fight back!
We're clear here. Move on to the next site, 621.
Two repair kits remaining.
Head to the final site. Keep up the good work.
There! That corporate dog! Don't give him another inch. We have to defend the artillery!
Clearing the artillery here and our work is over.
Fire! Surround that AC!
Kill that interlude for what makes the Liberation Front strong. Force and act, we stand as one!
One repair kit remaining.
Confirmed. All targets destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
So yeah, most of the missions are in the beginning pretty simple. You just go and do random jobs until you discover that, for example, Walter has a secret.
One new message.
This is a notification from All Might, the mercenary support system. Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Your return to mercenary activities has been acknowledged. Restoring access to the parts shop.
So now we have access to part shop, and here we can buy more guns, different parts, and if we want we can sell them back at the same price that we bought. Every part and gun and piece of equipment weighs, and if you go over your weight limit for how much you can carry, you cannot start a mission before you put on either lighter parts or remove something. So everything you put on your AC will affect how it performs, how fast it is, how much damage it can take, how fast is the boost, how fast it regenerates energy back if you're using energy-based weapons. All that affects your AC's overall loadout. Now we again have gotten a few new weapons. We can go here to the AC test and test them out, how they perform. So these are burst-based weapons, so we need to charge them and then they will shoot in a quick succession. So this might be useful, for example, taking out smaller enemies. Now if we don't like them, we can again sell them for the same price we bought them. So 105 credits. We can sell them back if we don't like them. Now we can go and take another mission called the Grid 135 Cleanup.
Got a job for you, 621. It's an open call from the Arquebus Group, one of the extraplanetary corporate forces.
To all independent mercenaries, this request comes from Schneider of the Arquebus Group. The operation will take place in Grid 135, Southern Bellius. Your objective is to destroy an MT squad sent by Dafeng, a Balaam company, and a competitor. Grid 135 is a key foothold in Arquebus's efforts to conduct a coral survey in the contaminated city. You, the independent mercenaries, are the key to maintaining our lead in the coral survey race. The Arquebus Group looks forward to news of your success. Briefing over, and happy hunting.
You've got ID, now you need a rep. Get their attention, 621.
Main system activating combat mode.
So again, a random job for a mercenary to do Nothing significant as of yet. We're just gonna do a few random jobs for companies as they introduce themselves. So another second company from one of the fours is the Arquebus, and they also are one of the largest companies, like in the universe of Armored Core 6. They have an income of a small, like their income is an same as a whole planet basically. They are a whole planet almost, but they're still a company. So
That bird's turned through us.
Damn it. Archivist really scored that time.
Wait. I'm picking up new enemy signatures. Looks like reinforcements. Eliminate them. The enemy MT squad has been eliminated. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
One new message.
Registration number RB23. Call sign, Raven. Your records have been updated. You have also been granted access to participate in the log hunt program. We kindly request that you submit combat logs after destroying designated craft. All Mind will reward you with parts based on the number of submissions you provide.
So basically what log hunt is a bunch of collectible logs that when collected enough you will get a part, a weapon or a armor part, and they are scattered all over the Rubicon and the missions. So it's a simple collectible, yet if you collect them all you always get something, either parts or weapons. Here we have a new training mission, combat fundamentals. I'm gonna complete these training missions as well. As I said, they will unlock more new weapons for us, so we want to do them regardless. So what we are taught here to do is that all mechs, including our own, can be staggered. Think of it as the same mechanic as Sekiro. So the yellow bar above the TGD, so the target, then we have his health bar, then we have a small yellow bar that will grow larger and larger, and when it turns red, that means the enemy is staggered, so we can deal more damage to him and making him temporarily unable to move, for example. And this is also one of the fundamental mechanics against bosses, so we want to deal stagger damage to bosses, and when they are staggered, we are trying to do as much big damage to them as possible. ACs also can equip shields and energy-based shields that can protect you from small ballistic ammunition, but even the shields can be disarmed by other ACs. And we have a new gun, linear rifle courtesy of Balam Company.
Got a job for you, 621. It's an open call from the Arquebus Group.
To all independent mercenaries, this request comes from Schneider of the Arquebus Group. Dafeng, one of our adversaries allied with Balaam, has introduced a new tester AC. It's a sample model from an external architect, featuring extensive assembly optimizations. In the hands of an experienced pilot, it will pose a threat far too great to ignore. This brings me to the request. Intercept delivery of the tester AC and destroy it. The Arquebus Group looks forward to news of your success. Briefing over, and happy hunting.
The target may be a product sample, but it's still an AC. Stay sharp, 621.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission.
So this mission puts us against rival company and rivaling AC. So we need to put that AC out of commission.
System activating combat mode.
Commence mission. We've got a read on the target. Now's the time, 621.
Under attack! Must be the locals. No, it's an independent.
That pilot's just a trainee. Don't let your guard down.
I'll deal with Merc. Training for this.
His AC has reached breaking point. Go for a direct hit.
Damn it! I can't die like this.
Is Ghost of Yota releasing tonight?
I can't fail this mission. I can't die to a Merc while he kills for credits.
Direct hit. It's time to wrap this up.
Training is paying off.
AP at 30%.
I just wanted a call sign of my own.
Enemy AC destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
So yeah, every time you complete a mission, you get paid, and it will subtract the repair cost, ammunitions, and other penalties from that payment. So if you want to achieve, for example, the S rank on a mission, you need to do it quickly and without taking much damage and with as minimal ammunition as possible.
One new message.
About the tester AC you downed. That was being shipped to the Red Guns, Balam's in-house AC squad. They're Balam's main force, and its members are no amateurs. Remember who you're messing with. Got a job for you, 621. The Balam Group sent a request.
Raven, this request comes from Dalfa, one of our affiliates. The group has committed to use of military force to handle the Rubicon Liberation Front. Target for this mission is a squad of transport choppers. Destroy them. You'll encounter guerrilla resistance from Baus mass-produced MTs. They're no great concern. You performed adequately in your last sortie, Raven. This did not go unnoticed. We will be watching with interest to see what you bring to the team.
Now they're asking for you by name. Keep building your rep.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy the Rubicon Liberation Front transport choppers.
We're under attack! The corporate merc! Intercept! Keep them off the supply!
Confirmed. Transport chopper down. Keep at it, 621. There. Take it out.
Hostile AC! Defend our supply! Damn corporation!
Confirmed. Target destroyed. On to the next targets.
Here, fight back!
We're no match for an AC!
Have no fear. The Coral is with us.
Looks like they've got a Baus tetrapod. It's a cut above the other MTs. Ignore it and focus on the mission. Looks like you got them all.
We're picking Rubicon fleets onto that position. You shameless coral scavengers.
So that is one of the more powerful ACs. We're gonna be ignoring it for now, but once we get more weapons and gear, we're gonna go coming back for him later. So this missions starts really simple and really quick. You just go and destroy a few targets and be back to the HQ. Once you have more weapons and here you can go back, replay the missions, and do the optional objectives as well.
I'm surprised you'd even dare to call. Michigan, about my proposal. Yeah, you sure about that? I'll be working your hound just as hard as any other red gun. Gen 4s can be emotionally withdrawn. They need a shot in the arm every now and then. Then you got a deal. I'll send Volt and Iguazu. They'll give your latest hound a proper red gun welcome.
One new message.
I see you're back, 621. The Corps see the Liberation Front as a hindrance to expanding their coral survey. But to the Rubiconians, your actions are only helping the Corps with their invasion. It's just a job, 621. All of it. Got a job for you, 621. You're joining an operation planned by Balaam HQ. Check the briefing. Heard the good news from Walter, did ya? Good. Sit your ass down and listen. Balaam's moving in on the Gallia Dam complex, one of the Liberation Front's bases. The objective is to destroy their lifeline and make those sacks of shit beg for mercy. I'll be sending 2 good-for-nothing maggots from the Red Guns, Gun 4 Volta and Gun 5 Iguazu. You're just gonna be tagging along on ass-wiping duty. I'm assigning you the call sign Gun 13, a lucky little number that just became available. Gun 13, sound off! Good enough. Now go get ready! We're going on a field trip, kiddo!
So this mission is kind of interesting because we're basically fighting against the Rubiconians, and Gun 1, Michigan, is one of the commanders of the Red Guns. And the higher your number, the more newer in a rank you are. So basically, since we are assigned Gun 13 number, we are the most newest recruit in that group. What makes this mission interesting is that at first you may not realize it, but in New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus, there is a option to betray your comrades. And basically what we are going to be doing here, as the mission brief said, is we're going to be destroying generators. And these generators provide energy for the Rubiconian civilians. So in other words, we are going to be committing a war crimes by destroying the civilians' supply of energy. And these are some subtle hints that the game throws at you, that what we are doing here and why we are doing it. And this is typical Soul fashion from software. They drop these small little hints at you that you need to piece together for what you are doing or why you are doing what you are doing. And these are energy generators for Rubiconians civilians. And by destroying the generators, we are basically stripping them off from power and energy that these generators provide. So that's another generator down. All of these enemies here that are fighting against us, Rubiconia Liberation Front, RLF, they are from Rubiconian, like from Rubicon planet. They are the citizens of Rubicon fighting against the corporations.
2 generators to go. Keep moving, 621.
And there are roughly 50-ish missions in the game. But the thing is that you don't have access to all of them from your first playthrough. If you want to have access to all of them, you need to play through the game at least once or twice with different choices.
One more target remaining, 621.
Do you hear me, you corporate vultures? The Rubiconians will never yield. You're going home in armored coffins. Forged in ash, we stand as one! Hot dog, got an AC.
More like an old piece of junk. It's barely different from 15.
Good for. You're not exactly cutting edge either. You want to be next on the scrap heap? No.
And there goes another generator.
You wretched vultures!
Confirmed. All targets destroyed.
Looks like my good-for-nothings were good for something after all. Field trip's over. Good 13. I'll keep that lucky call sign open for you.
One new message.
You got lucky, Merc. You were the only warm body they could find. The Red Guns are going to be first over the wall. Have fun watching from the sidelines.
Got a job for you, 621. This one's a request from the Arquebus Group.
Raven, this request comes from Schneider, an Arquebus subsidiary. The mission will take place in the Bona Dea dunes of Western Bellius. Our coral investigation there is being blocked by the Strider, a Rubicon Liberation Front mining ship. You are to destroy it. The Strider is a mobile resource base that was extensively weaponized by the Liberation Front. Call it the crowning glory of their efforts to militarize into an anti-corporate force. Your attack will focus on the Eye, a giant laser cannon connected directly to the main generator. It's protected by a shield, which is powered by auxiliary sub-generators. These should be your first targets. This concludes the briefing. Good luck.
Time for a little self-promotion, 621. Smash the Strider, and Arquebus HQ will be sure to remember your name.
Main system activating combat mode.
So in this mission we need to destroy the Strider, which is funnily enough that we are basically hindering the progress of the Rubiconians themselves, since we are working for a corporation, and the corporation wants us to destroy that huge Strider, making it more difficult for the Rubiconians to defend themselves.
Picking up a surge of energy to the eye. Watch out, it'll burn you to ash. Alright, now you're up close and personal. Take out one of its legs and bring it to a halt.
All hands, prepare for close-range combat. Intercept.
There was a comparison video how huge this Strider is in Elden Ring, and it basically covers the whole Limgrave and like half the map of Limgrave. So that's how huge this is. The specs for Strider were something like that. It's in 4 kilometers length and 2 kilometers high.
They fall. Alright, now we've got a foothold to get on the deck. Grab on and get to work on the sub-generators.
AC pilot's no rookie.
We can't take any chances. Double the ring.
Try to kill them. Head to the midship 621 and don't let them go.
Take the enemy AC! Remember, we look for the pole. Defend the sub-generator.
Sub-generator destroyed. Free to go.
Remember the hardships that made us. Remember that when Rubicon burned, we endured. We're losing the shield, sir. Strider is the flagship of our war. Hold the line. Defend the ship with your lives.
All sub-generators destroyed. The ice shield is offline. Head to the front segment and hit the target.
So now we just need to get to the front of the eye and decommission it.
Now you've got the target in your sights. Time to finish this 621.
Charge the tank. Hold the coral plunderer. All hands, the corporate dog has been slain. Coral, abide with Rubicon.
Now you've got the target in your sights. Time to finish this 621.
At 30%. One repair kit remaining.
Charge the tank. Grab the coral plunderer. The eye is taking significant damage. What else look at? Show them our pride.
At 30%. No repair kits remaining.
The eye's in a critical state. Impossible. How can just one AC do this?
AP at 30%.
There we go, now we just need to get out of here before it explodes.
No. We can't lose the Strider.
Confirmed. Target destroyed. It looks like all that energy it was sucking up has nowhere to go. Move 621. You need to get clear of the Strider.
Damn hyenas. Damaging the planet. Oh, abide with Rubicon.
See that 621? The Strider's blowing itself up. A fitting end for something built to fail.
must be the handler, I presume, for the independent mercenary Raven.
Honored to make your acquaintance, V2 Snail.
I understand you want to join Operation Wall Climber. You do realize that disposing of some Liberation Front garbage hardly qualifies you. Know your place, you meager dog-sitter. The answer is no.
I hear you're deploying V1 again. Must be rough only having one good pilot to rely on.
Oh? Are you suggesting your dog can take Freud's place?
You'll see. Just give us the chance.
Very well, then. We're also deploying V4, who's been equally brazen of late. Let's see how they both perform.
One new message.
Raven, your work on the Strider deserves commendation. I am thrilled to have issued you the request. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the Arquebus Group's mercenary liaison. V8 Pater, at your service. I think I'll enjoy doing business with you.
So now we have also access to energy-based weapons, and why not give them a try as well? Operation Wall Climber is not strategically important to Arquebus, but they want to use it to survey more coral places. And one hint that the game gives is that wherever there is a groundwater, there might to be a coral way somewhere underneath it, underground. So that's why they want to retake the wall and use it as a trading post. Let's see if we can buy some new gear for us. Whenever you see something like this in the red, like EN shortfall, meaning that we do not have current energy load to carry this. We can carry it, but we can't use it since we are lacking energy output. And to correct that, we need to equip ourselves with the gear that provides more energy output. When equipping, for example, hands or legs, they usually determine how heavy weapons you can carry, and legs determine how heavy loadout overall you can carry. And another training mission. Introducing us to like akimbo type weapons. When we hold both trigger, we can fire same weapons at the same time. So it's basically an akimbo build. This one tells us how to use boosters and evasion while we are boosting. And this one tells us the further away you are, the more difficult it is for them to hit you, and as well for you to hit the enemy. It also tells you how easily you are staggered, or how easily you can stagger an enemy. And that's another training mission complete. And we get a new booster for our AC. Also, we get a FCSs. So these are chips that help you sort of autocorrect your shooting. Generator provides more energy for your AC. So the better the generator, the more energy you provide, and the heavier energy-based weapons you can wield. This program teaches us about reverse join parts. So basically, reverse joins are more agile than the basic one. This is a almost equivalent of something like a dexterity build in Dark Souls games. They make you more faster, but they are also lighter in build, so you cannot equip super heavy weapons when wearing a reverse joins, but they do allow you to boost more quickly and much further when you jump. So for example, if you want to make a melee build, a semi-equipped melee build, the reverse joins would be a perfect fit as a legs for that. And again, a new weapon, laser handgun. Is there anything else here? Nope, nope. There's pistols, huge cannons. You can basically equip 2 huge cannons in your arms, and that's also one of the viable ways to play. The cannons are super slow. They deal huge amount of damage, but they are slow to reload. But you can equip, for example, one on your back for later if you want to carry it with you, and then just switch weapons as needed.
This request comes straight from Arquebus headquarters. They want you to assist with a mission the corporations are calling Operation Wall Climber.
This is V2 Snell, leader of the Vesper 2nd Squad. I will chair the briefing for this mission. This is an operation of my own design. Consider it a privilege to be called to participate. You will be attacking the Wall, a key trading outpost fortified by the Rubicon Liberation Front. The rabble have formed a defensive line comprised of artillery and MT squads. Break through the line, then make your way to the top of the wall. There you shall find the Juggernaut, a mobile heavy artillery platform. Destroy it. V4 will also be participating in this mission, infiltrating through a separate route. However, be aware that Balaam has also taken a crack at the wall, only for their vainglorious hopes to be dashed. Do try not to die like a dog out there.
Your objective is to take the Liberation Front fortress, the Wall. Show them you're worth the credits. 621.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission.
So in this mission we need to climb the wall and retake it by destroying the Juggernaut on top of the wall. This mission can be a first of more difficult ones, since the Juggernaut can be a really difficult challenge. The idea of how to defeat the Juggernaut is, the idea is that you basically just kite him towards you and make him turn his back on you where his weak spot is. And by attacking that weak spot, you can take him out. What makes this challenging is that since you need to watch out for your ammunition not to run out, you may want to try different build variations against the Juggernaut himself.
There's an AC behind us!
Number one!
2 repair kits remaining. 1 repair kit remaining.
is close. I've dispatched a supply Sherpa. Make sure you resupply. Must be Raven. One of the infamous handler Walter's hounds. Interesting. You ready to climb the wall? That's the Juggernaut. Heavy mobile kit. I wouldn't recommend taking it head on.
So yeah, Juggernaut's weak spot is on his back, so we need to avoid his attacks and trying to get behind him. Or either from behind or above. And once he's staggered, we can shoot some missiles at him.
Watch out, it's coming.
And there goes the Juggernaut.
Confirmed. Juggernaut destroyed. Operation Wall Climber is a success. That pilot, Rusty, it seems he knew who you really are. It won't matter. I've taken that contingency into account.
One new message.
We're war buddies now. I think I should tell you something. During Operation Wall Climber, Arquebus was planning to sacrifice you. The plan was to use independent mercenaries to clear the way so that the Vespers could step in and take over. But instead, you took the wall. The higher-ups are going to remember you now, that's for sure. As will I.
There's a new weapon type besides ballistic and energy weapons. There's pulse weapons as well. Pulse weapons are very useful if enemy has a energy shield, and if you want to dispose of that energy shield quickly, you can equip a pulse weapon. Pulse weapons are designed to dispose of energy shields, so very useful. We could equip a huge railgun on our shoulder, which can also deal huge amount of damage, but unfortunately we do not have enough energy to use it, so we need to increase our energy output in order to able to carry something like that. There are lots of variations of different weapons, kinetic, energy, and pulse weapons. A new generator is always good to have. The new training missions. This training mission puts us in a tetrapod, which is this four-legged spider-like mech. Tetrapods are useful if you want, like, for example, hover and then just shoot from above. So that's when they become very useful. Tetrapods and tank parts can also carry huge amount of weight. So if you want this super heavy destroyer, you would want to equip either tetrapods or tank parts on you. And for that we got a new weapon, grenade launcher. super awesome weapon. You can basically shoot huge damage with a grenade, slow to reload, but again deals huge amount of damage. And this training part introduces us to the tank parts. So the tank can carry huge loads, and they are also one of the more durable ACs. So even when tank is staggered, leaving you exposed to enemy attacks, tank ACs can take also great deal of damage. So they are one of the more durable ACs in the game. And that will give us a new weapon as well. And this training part is complete. Let's see what we can get.
Incoming comms.
Congratulations on your certification. You have proven your skills by completing the entire combat training regimen. Registration number RB23. Call sign, Raven. All Mind anticipates excellent performance.
Got a job for you, 621. One of the Balaam companies has put in a request.
Attention, Gun 13 Raven! This request comes from our affiliate Dafeng. We're conducting an investigation into the Vespers, Arquebus' augmented human squad. Currently our focus is on their 4th squad leader, V4 Rusty. Sweep the route Rusty took during Operation Wall Climber and retrieve combat logs from the wrecks he left on his way in. The wall is now under Arquebus' control, and they've stationed their MT squads there for the Coral survey. As such, he'll be targeting the brief window where their main force is deployed elsewhere. Keep an eye on the time and retrieve as many logs as you can. That concludes the briefing. We expect prompt results, Gun 13!
You should be used to Rubicon by now. Time to take a break from shooting up the place.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Search the nearby wrecks for combat logs recording engagements with V4 Rusty. That's what we're looking for, 621. I'll analyze it on my end. This gives us some more insight about V4 skills. Analyzing log. Some more evidence on what the Coral situation looks like.
Unidentified AT.
Open fire! Kill the intruder!
That makes 3 logs.
here.
Looks like they're out scavenging. Could be a dozer.
They're still dangerous.
Very interesting. This could be worth something. Analyzing. Nothing we can sell here. Keep an eye on the clock. Either avoid combat or make it quick.
You, AC pilot, you're no comrade of ours, are you? Wait, you killed them all!
A Liberation Front survivor. Just hold us up if you engage her. The mission comes before everything else.
Shameless corporate dog! Go! Leave Rubicon alone! Coral warrior, just like the others, and I will not give in! Forged in ash, we stand as one!
AP at 50%.
Greedy hound!
One repair kit remaining.
Arquebus's main force will be here any minute now. We've got enough logs to satisfy the request. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Two new messages.
Gun 13 Raven. Bagged us some decent intel on V4. I'll report this to Commander Michigan. Additionally, I'll introduce myself. Gun 6 Red. But you can call me Sir. Privileged to be among Balaam's best, even if I am stuck whipping you independents into shape. Believe you me, I'm gonna put you to work.
Registration number RB23. Call sign, Raven. Your records have been updated. Granting authorization to perform ACOS upgrades. Additional. All Mind hereby invites you to the Arena Combat Aptitude Evaluation Program. The Arena is a virtual combat simulator designed to support the development of registered mercenaries. It also serves as a benchmark to appraise and rank the mercenaries active on Rubicon. We look forward to your participation.
So after this mission, we will unlock the arena. When completing the arena, you will get the OS parts for your AC. And OS tuning will allow you to put in passive buffs. So for example, booster kick is super useful. You can boost into enemy and then kick him, dealing damage. And all sorts of different passive buffs that your AC can have. For example, buffs for energy weapons, kinetic weapons, how much damage you take, how much damage you can withstand, how much effective your repair kit is, all those sorts of things. And you can get more OC chips by completing these arena challenges. And you can also get credits for them. The arena bios for each of the enemy contains some useful backstory for who they were and what they did before joining a specific faction. So there's a huge amount of lore in these bios of all of these characters, and there are plenty of them here. They become available once you progress further in the story. But yeah, for now, I think we should take a break before we continue into this mission. This mission is also one of the more lore-heavy missions. You just need to piece the small puzzle pieces together. But this we will be continuing next time. So, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time as well. But for now, thanks for watching, and have a good day, evening, or night. Bye.